Tonight, the South Carolina Board of Education has given final approval for a long-awaited policy banning cell phones in public schools.
Yes, and because of the proviso that they put in this year's state budget, if you remember, the Department of Education was tasked with creating a model policy that all districts have to implement in order to keep their state funding.
Our Josie Frost is at the Department of Education tonight with the details.
The model policy that was approved today bans cell phones from bell to bell, but leaves the rest of the specifics up to the districts. The State Superintendent of Education, Ellen Weaver, said today that she hopes the policy will help improve students' mental health and retain teachers. But there are still questions about what enforcement might look like and how strict the policy will be.
All those in favor of the adoption of the model policy say aye.
Aye. A policy years in the making got a final stamp of approval today, banning cell phones in all South Carolina schools. State Superintendent of Education Ellen Weaver says the policy makes sure that teachers don't become cell phone police.
I think what this really does is put the onus on administrators to have their teachers' backs. But I think this is the most practical, common sense first step that we can take to restore order and discipline in our classroom and support the mental health of our students. And I think that's ultimately how we retain great teachers.
It was 4 years ago when Governor McMaster began asking the General Assembly to institute a cell phone ban in his executive budget, a proviso that finally passed this year. In a letter sent today to the State Board of Education, the governor asked the board to approve the policy, saying removing phones improves academic performance and removes distractions that exacerbates anxiety. This version of the model policy leaves the enforcement up to the districts, as well as whether or not the policy will be expanded to athletic events or school buses. Sherry East from the South Carolina Education Association says she's holding out to see exactly how that plays out.
Like, what is the enforcement piece? Is that going to be a suspension? Is that going to be in school or out of school? Is that going to eventually could lead to an expulsion?
A last-minute amendment was also made to the cell phone policy today, requiring the Department of Education to send out a survey to districts about the policy come April. There will also be exceptions for students with IEPs or 504 plans in the cell phone policy. Josie Frost, News 19, WLTX.
We are being told that districts will have to adopt the model policy by January in order to keep their state funding.